What if the biggest lie you tell yourself isn't about your flaws, but about your limitations? What if every time you shrink back, doubt yourself, or play it safe, you're actually betraying the most magnificent truth about who you really are? Here's what the 13th century mystic Rumi knew that modern science is only now proving. Stop acting so small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. This isn't just poetry. This is the fundamental law of human potential that most people violate every single day. Picture yourself in a meeting. You have an idea, a brilliant one. But instead of speaking up, you shrink. You tell yourself someone smarter should go first. You convince yourself you're not qualified enough, experienced enough, good enough. Here's the difference between those who rise and those who remain invisible. The person who stays small sees themselves as a tiny cog in a massive machine. The person who embraces their true nature sees themselves as the machine itself. Dynamic, powerful, constantly creating. Your idea doesn't need permission to exist. Your voice doesn't need validation to matter. Every time you choose silence over expression, you're not being humble. You're lying about who you are. Rumi understood something that took modern psychology 8 centuries to catch up to. When he wrote about being the universe in ecstatic motion, he wasn't speaking metaphorically. He was describing what neuroscientists now call neuroplasticity, your brain's infinite capacity to rewire, adapt, and expand. Think about this. You are made of the same elements that birth stars. The calcium in your bones was forged in the heart of a dying sun. The iron in your blood was scattered across the cosmos by supernovas. You are literally made of universe. But here's where it gets profound. Rumi said, ecstatic motion, not static existence. You're not just cosmic matter arranged in human form. You are the active, creative force of the universe expressing itself through consciousness. When you play small, you're asking the ocean to pretend it's a puddle. Ancient Sufi tradition taught that humans are mirrors of divine attributes. Modern psychology calls this self-actualization. The language changes, but the truth remains. You contain infinite potential waiting to unfold. Imagine you're standing at the edge of the most important decision of your life. Maybe it's starting that business that's been haunting your dreams. Maybe it's having that conversation that could change everything. Maybe it's pursuing that crazy idea everyone thinks is impossible. In that moment, you have 2 choices. You can listen to the voice that whispers, "Who are you to think you can do this?" Or you can remember what Rumi knew. You are not separate from the creative force that spun galaxies into existence. The person who chooses to act small will spend their life wondering, what if? They'll watch others live the life they were too afraid to claim. They'll die with their music still inside them, their universe unexpressed. But the person who recognizes their true nature, they step forward, not because they're fearless, but because they understand that fear is just the universe asking them to expand beyond their current limits. Here's what happens when you stop acting small. You don't just change your life, you change the field around you. Your energy shifts. People sense it. Opportunities appear. The universe literally rearranges itself to match your expanded identity. This isn't wishful thinking. This is physics. When you operate from your true magnitude, you create a gravitational pull that draws circumstances, people, and possibilities into your orbit. Modern research reveals something fascinating about imposter syndrome. It's not actually about lacking ability. It's about having an identity that's smaller than your capability. Your skills have outgrown your self-concept, and the gap creates anxiety. When Rumi said, "Stop acting so small," he was diagnosing the core problem. We've been trained to see ourselves as limited beings, having occasionally unlimited moments, when the truth is exactly the opposite. We are unlimited beings who have learned to operate within artificial constraints. Think about a river. Does it apologize for carving through mountains? Does it ask permission to flow to the ocean? No. It follows its nature. It moves with the gravity of its own power. You have been taught to ask permission for things that are already yours. You have been conditioned to seek approval for expressing what you already are. Here's what nobody tells you about embracing your true magnitude. It's not just about you. When you stop acting small, you give everyone around you permission to do the same. Your children watch how you move through the world. Are you teaching them to dim their light, or to let it burn with cosmic intensity? Your colleagues observe your choices. Are you showing them how to hide, or how to emerge? Every time you choose to express your full potential, you're not being selfish. You're being of service. You're demonstrating what's possible for anyone willing to remember their true nature. The world doesn't need another person playing small and safe. The world needs you to be so authentically magnificent that others remember they can be too. So how do you stop acting small when everything in your conditioning tells you to shrink? First, catch yourself in the act. Notice when you're about to diminish yourself, when you're about to say, "I'm just," or "I'm only," or maybe someone else should. Pause. Breathe. Remember, you are the universe in ecstatic motion. Second, take one small action that feels too big. Send that email. Share that idea. Apply for that position. Not because you're ready, but because readiness is a myth created by people who forgot their own power. Third, reframe every challenge as an opportunity for the universe to express itself through you. You're not fighting against life. You are life expressing itself in human form. When you operate from this understanding, everything changes. Rejection becomes redirection. Failure becomes feedback. Obstacles become invitations to expand. Rumi's words weren't just beautiful poetry. They were a blueprint for remembering your true identity. You are not a small being trying to make it in a big world. You are the big world expressing itself through what appears to be a small being. You are not separate from the creative force. You are the creative force in motion. Every star that burns in the night sky burns with the same energy that flows through your veins. Every galaxy that spirals through space spirals with the same intelligence that thinks your thoughts. Stop acting so small. Not because you should be bigger, but because you already are bigger. You always have been. You're just finally ready to stop pretending otherwise. The universe doesn't make mistakes. It made you exactly as you are because it needed to experience itself through your unique perspective. Your job isn't to become worthy of your dreams. Your job is to remember that your dreams are the universe dreaming through you. You are not here to play small. You are here to be the cosmos in human form, dancing with wild abandon across the stage of existence. The question isn't whether you're capable of greatness. The question is, are you ready to stop hiding from the greatness you already are?